be talking about every blue deck and Reincarnated as a slime. We're going to start off with our pure remove deck. We got our 12-0 cost, you got 8-0 cost, and 4 fake 0, which becomes a 0 cost when you have nothing on the field. We have our 1 cost Rimuru, which is our top deck rearranger, and allows us to send a card to the sideline. We have our 2 cost Benimaru, which is a 4K we want in trash. Its effect is the card cannot block. The next card is our Rimuru Double Energy and also a raid target, which is also a conditional 4K. And then we got our Shizu, whose effect is when attacking, send the top 2 cards to the sideline, and if you have 3 or less 4Ks in trash, you must discard a card. And to start off with our top end, starting us off is our 4 energy, 2 AP Rimuru, which can bring cards from the sideline. Our 4 cost Impact Raid Rimuru, our color trigger Shizu, whose effect is when played, draw a card, and when attacking, discard a card. Our other 4 cost Rimuru Raid, and lastly, our Shion, whose effect is when played, set to active if you have a 4K or more cards in your trash. And we also have our 4 finals and our 4 specials. Some of the key cards in our deck is the 4 cost Rimuru Raid, whose effect is activate main. If on the front line, choose one character with 4K or more base BP on your field other than Rimuru. It loses all base abilities until the start of your next turn. Draw a card. Second effect is activate main. If on the front line, choose up to one character with 15 or more BP on your opponent's front line. It loses 1000 BP until the end of the turn. If you have 4 more characters with 4000 or more BP in your sideline, you may place one card from your hand to your sideline. If you do, choose up to one character on your energy line and move it to your front line. This card is your main draw of the deck, and it's also your main way to get over 5k bodies. Some of the best cards to target with the first main effect are the Benimaru, allowing him to block on the opponent's turn, or either of the Shizus that either forces you to trash a card when you attack, or the Blind Mill Shizu double energy, while potentially also making you discard another card. Another key card of the deck is the 4 cost Rimuru Raid, whose effect is Impact 1. When played, if you have 2 or more characters with 4K or more BP in your sideline, choose up to one character on your with 2000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and sideline it. The card's main purpose is to just remove the cards from your opponent's field and guarantee a damage. Its 2K removal is good into our aggro meta. Some of the cards you would want to remove is like Shadow Soldiers, your tanks, the Sakamoto color trigger that gives blanket protection to either the Lu or the Shin, and or any raid target that you can find that can make your opponent slow down and have to play another AP to bring down another raid target. Our last key card of the deck is our 4 energy 2 AP Rimuru. When played, add to your hand up to one blue character with 4 or less required energy or 1 AP from your sideline. If you have 4 more character cards with 4K or more BP, or 4 more event cards in your sideline, you may play that character active onto your field or perform raid with it instead. So this allows you to just bring back your raids from your sideline, or you can bring back an active 4K swing. Some of the best targets are the Rimu raids because they're going to be the main focus of your opponent's special, and being able to bring them back is going to make it a lot easier to get around their specials. Also, bringing back any 4K is decent. Depending on the circumstances, you're able to adapt to whatever the board state requires you to. I believe this is going to be one of our stronger decks against the aggro meta because of all the babies that have been swinging to our life, and the 4 energy impact raid being able to remove those cards makes it a lot easier, and it's going to be a decent pick for rare battles. Alright, so the next deck we're going to be talking about is our Shion deck. It's similar to the Rimuru deck, but it's allows you to get over 5Ks a lot easier. We have our basic setup of our 12 0Ks, 8 being the zeros, and then we got 2 of the fake promo 0. We also have our 1 cost Rimuru, which is our top searcher, and this time we're playing the color Shion that minuses 1K on the field. We have our double energies Rimuru and Shizu, and in this build we're playing a 4 cost Rimuru raid that double attacks. We have our 4-2 to bring back any raid or card from the trash back to the field. We have our Shion raid, which is our main focus of the deck, and our Rimuru raid, which supports our entire deck. And then we have 2 4 cost Shions that come out active, and we have our finals, and we have 4 2 specials. So one of the key cards of the deck is this 4-cost Rimuru, whose effect is activate main. If on the front line, choose one character with 4,000 or more base BP on your field other than Rimuru. It loses all base abilities until the start of your next turn. Draw a card and activate main. If on the front line, choose up to one character with 15 or more BP on your opponent's front line. It loses 1,000 BP until the end of the turn, and if you have 4 more characters with 4K or more BP in your sideline, then you can trash a card from your hand, and if you do, choose up to one character on your energy line and move it forward. So this card allows you to just be aggressive and allow you to draw cards as well. Some of the best cards to target are the Shizu to nullify all its abilities, or the Shion or any similar card to help you rush your opponent down. Shion being the best because you can minus 1k to anything on the field. Our next important card is our 4-cost Raid Rimuru, whose effect is when played, choose up to one character on your field other than Rimuru. It gains when this character attacks and is not blocked, draw a card until the end of the turn. And when attacking, once per turn, if you have 4 or more characters with 4k or more BP in your sideline, choose up to one character on your field other than Rimuru and switch it to active. This card allows you to be a lot more aggressive and be able to use your 4-cost removal rate to push up other cards in order to restand it with this removal rate, and also it gives it, when not blocked, draw a card. And if you give that effect to our 4-cost Shion raid, she's able to guarantee a draw. The last key card of the deck is our Shion raid, whose effect is if Rimuru is on your field, this character gains when this card attacks and is not blocked, draw a card. When played, choose up to one character with 25 more BP on your opponent's field. It loses 2,000 until the start of your next turn. Activate main, pay 1 action point once per turn. This character gains damage 2 until the end of the turn. So some of the cards you want to use with this one is your 4K Rimuru raid. That one allows you to guarantee its draw because it gives you, when this character is not blocked, you get to draw a card. And another card you can use this with is any 2k or less body, which the Shion brings down the BP of any character on the field, so your babies can start swinging through. And the whole point of this is just to get some pressure onto the field. The overall strength of this deck is pretty good in rare battles. I do not believe in open IP it will be as good as the pure Rimuru deck, but in rare battles, I believe this is going to be the move because it can minus 1k on your opponent's meleems and be able to swing through and be able to use your special on those meleems. The last deck of the night is our Zoe event deck. It's got our standard 12 zeros, 4 of them being the fake zero. We got the 1-cost Rimuru to search. We have our 2-cost Zoe, which is if you have 2 or more event cards in your trash, you get to draw a card. And you also have our color trigger Zoe. It's our double energy and has 2 effects, one of them being when you activate main. If you used an event card this turn, this character gains 1,000 to the end of the turn, and the second activate main is place 2 cards from your sideline into your removal area, and if you do, this character cannot be blocked by 4k or more at the end of the turn. We have our 4-2 Rimuru to bring back any of your raids or 4ks. We have our Zoe main card of the deck. This allows you to just bring out more bodies onto the field. We have our 4-1 Rimuru, same as the other decks, the key card of the deck, being able to draw you a card and being able to push your bodies up to be a little bit more aggressive. We have our 12 event cards, 4 being the finals, 4 being the specials, and then we have our last event report. Report effect is look at the top 2 cards of your deck, place any number of them on the top of your deck in any order, then place any remaining cards into your sideline. Then play up to 1 blue character card with 4k or less BP and 2 or less energy from your sideline set resting onto your field. You're essentially just going to want to use this on your 2-cost Zoe or your raid target Rimuru, allowing you to raid. Our next key card of the deck is our 4-cost Zoe raid, whose effect is when played, if you have 2 or more event cards in your sideline, this character gains. This character cannot be blocked by 4k or more BP until the end of the turn. And activate main. You can only activate this ability if you have 4 or more event cards on your sideline. Play the bottom card of this rated character set to active onto your field. The cards you're going to want to bring out, or the cards that you do bring out, are your 2 cost Soe and your 3 cost double energy Soe. 3 cost, being able to make them a 4K, or being able to make him unblockable by 4K just allows him to get in some swings. And the 2 cost Soe, you're going to want to end up playing him for the draw. And our last opponent card of the deck is, below and behold, our 4 cost remover raid, whose effect is activate main if on the front line, choose up to one character with 4K or more BP on your field other than Rimuru. It loses all base abilities until the start of your next turn, and you draw a card. Activate main if on the front line, choose up to one character with 15 or more BP on your opponent's front line. It loses 1K BP until the end of the turn. If you have 4 or more character cards with 4K or more BP on your sideline, you may place one card from your hand into your sideline. If you do, choose up to one character on your energy line and move it to your front line. Again, just like always, he's your draw card, and he's going to be able to allow you to be a lot more aggressive with your cards and with your energy. In terms of the open IP format, I do not believe this is going to be one of the better reincarnated slime decks, just because it lacks in free plays, it lacks in aggression. This could be one of the fun decks you make, and it's going to be cheap. You can even replace the 4 cost raid Rimuru with the 4 cost double attack to make it even cheaper and giving it some extra aggression, but you do end up losing a little bit of the draw. I would say just feel free to experiment with this deck, try to make it work if so is your favorite character. I don't believe in it, but that doesn't mean it can't work. Any deck can win in Union Arena. To end it all off, I just believe that the Slime Power Rimuru deck is going to be the best deck in our open IP format, but for rare battles, I would definitely take Xion. If you're contemplating on taking a blue deck to rare battles, I think Xion would be the right choice because it helps you get over that 5K Meline green deck, which is going to be one of the strongest decks to come out of Reincarnated Slime. Alright, everybody. Peace.